Hello everyone, welcome back to Humble Acres. So today we're going to work on the electrical for the garage. I need to trench an electrical cable over to the garage from that box over there. But we're probably going to do that tomorrow because it's been pretty wet the last couple days. So I want to let the ground dry out a little bit. Tomorrow it's supposed to be nice and my wife's off work tomorrow, so it should be a little easier to do. But today I'm just going to wire up the rest of the garage. I have an electrical panel to put in, and then I'm going to wire one outlet for the tractor block heater, and then I'm going to wire a light in and another light in, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be pretty simple wiring out here, so I guess let's get to it. This is where the electrical panel was before I moved it. This is the hole where the wires came in. So I'm just pretty much going to copy that. I'm just going to put this here somewhere. I kind of want to line this hole up with this hole. So it's going to be kind of like that, because that's the only hole that's kind of right there. This is all mounted. We have our conduit, or our wire, coming in here, hooking up to these two terminals. And then the ground will be coming out of this. So let's get our breakers in here, and then let's run our wires. I'm probably just going to put the switch over here somewhere. So we'll run the wire to the switch, and then from the switch over to the light, and we should be good. Alright, so we have a 15 amp and a 20 amp circuit. The 20 amp circuit we're going to have for the outlet because the block heater is going to draw a lot of power. I want to make sure it's not going to trip the breaker. So we got our two breakers. Now we got to run our wires from there. So the lights that we're going to put in, I'm going to put one up here right in the center. Is just a light for in here. When I come out here to get something, I'll have a light, which will be nice. And then the other light, I'm just going to hardwire in. I'm not going to have it on a switch. And it's going to be actually where that old one is there, but it's going to be a dusk to dawn light. So it'll basically be on when it gets dark all night, and then turn off when it gets light again. So I just think that'll be nice out here. I have cameras that point over here, and it'll just be a lot better. And eventually I want to put a camera out here just so I can see what's going on. Alright, so I have one of these little boxes. I'm going to put it right over here. I think I'm just going to put it right here, and it'll be a plenty good spot. Like that. We're just running a 14-2 wire for the 15 amp circuit, and then I need to get some 12-2 wire for the 20 amp circuit. I don't know if any of you have ever done electrical before, but I actually really enjoy electrical. If I could do it over again, I think I would have become an electrician instead of a mechanical designer. The white and the ground will both go to this bar over here. The black goes to the breaker. Shove it in there, and then tighten the screw down nice and tight. And then I'll shove these over here. Loosen one of these up here. Shove them both into the same spot. Should probably also say, where I live, we can legally do our own electrical on our own house. So it is not a problem. That is done. We have power. Well, we will have power going to this wire. So now we need to run it over to our switch box. Go in there. We want a little extra, about that much. Run it through here. And then I'm gonna break out one of these little tabs. Run this through here. Good enough. About that much should be fine. Cut the insulation off. Strip the ends of the wires. This is 14-2, so there's a little 14 on here, so that's what you use, and it says it's for solid wire. So that's what this is. Don't want very much off there, just a little bit. Like so. Grab our switch. Alright, and now I prefer to switch the hot. So I will have the hot go around here, and then we'll have the hot go back out. So we're going to need to get another wire in here. Which this actually has the little holes. You can just shove this right into there and it should stay, but I always prefer to use the screws. It's pretty easy to do. Just bend this over like that, hook it around here, and screw it in. It's also much easier to reuse this. This, you technically can stick something in here and it should release this, but I've had problems with that not working before. So this is just a better solution. We need to get our other wire in here that's gonna run to the switch though, or run to the light. So I just found two huge spools of 12-2 wiring. So we're going to use 12-2 wiring for everything else. I kind of wish I would have just used it on that little bit there, but at the same time this circuit's not going to need more than that anyway, so this will just be extra. So let's get this finished here. Just going to put it through this same hole, and we'll just do all the same stuff with it here. Cut off the end, strip the wires, and then this one will also bend over the black wire, hook it around here, and then screw that in. So the white, we will actually get a wire nut and wire those two together. So these get a wire nut. The grounds twist together like so. Cut one off, and then you loop the other one, or put a hook on the end of it, and that will be tied into the green ground screw on the switch. So the switch is grounded along with the rest of the circuit. And then this switch is all done. Make sure the switch is the right way up so the off actually reads off and the on reads on. Switch is done, other than a plate. Now we need to run this wire coming from the switch up to where the light's gonna go. Alright, now we have this little box that we're going to screw to the bottom of this 2x4 here. About right there. Man, that's perfectly in the center. Couldn't have done that any better. Bam. I like the hot wire, which is black, goes in the gold, because that goes to the middle prong. You don't want the outside of the socket to be the hot. So gold is black. Just need a light bulb, but that circuit is complete. All right, so it's the next day. We got the trencher here. So let's get off here and get trenching. All right, well, this thing seems pretty simple to use. So I'm gonna come up here next to the pole. I wanna go straight down from this box. So just gonna start here. I kind of have it lined up exactly where I want to go, and we're just going to cut a trench here 4 feet deep and hopefully not hit any big rocks. So let's see how it goes. As you can tell, this is going to take a while. This is a driveway, so it's been packed down for quite a while. So it's going to be slow going, but I need to stay on it because I only have 8 hours of actual run time on this machine. If we're headed the right way, I just need to keep at it. So time lapse time. Alright, so I saw a big rock here sticking out on the top, and I happened to just run right into it. I was trying to avoid it, but at the beginning the auger kind of curved a little bit because it pulls on the one side, I guess. So I got it straightened back out here, but I just managed to just hit this big rock here. But it is loose, so I'm just gonna get my tractor and dig it up a little bit, push it out of the way. It's a pretty decent sized rock there, but that's out of the way. So now I'll just bring the auger, or I keep saying auger, bring the trencher back in here, clean this back up, and then we will just continue on. I think I got a rock stuck in this track because it goes back to a spot and then just stops. It won't move anymore. I can go forward, but it just goes back to that same spot every time. So I'm gonna dig this out a little bit. Hopefully find a rock in here. I'm not really seeing anything that would stop it, so I guess I'll start it back up and maybe run the track back and forth a little bit without the auger going. Alright, we've made it most of the way now. I got this little section cut here and we got this section cut here. We just have to connect them here in the middle now. To do that, I'm going to push with my tractor this dirt out of the way, and then I'm going to go onto here and then just cut a little path over to there. I think that's going to be the easiest way because you can't really back right up to the building with this machine, so you kind of have to come from both directions. But I did just notice there's a huge rock down there, so I'm going to grab that out real quick. But it's going good. I was going to cut this direction here, but I ran into a big rock here, so I just decided to kind of curve around it a little bit, which should work just fine. Alright, I have cut all the way through. The auger tends to just keep filling up the section I've already cut, so I'm going to have to just get a spade and dig this little section out, but it's all loose, so it should be pretty simple to do. And then I also need to get a spade and finish off the ends, because you can't quite get too close. So yeah, you can kind of see here that it kind of comes back up a little bit right at the end here, so I'm going to cut that off nice, but it's at least 3 feet deep all the way through. All right, I was able to get everything dug out. I got that all dug out there. I got dug out over by the pole, and I got the center dug out. So now we need to lay the wire in here, get it hooked up on both ends. Because I talked to the city and they are going to come out and hopefully get this meter turned on today. So I want to get this wire hooked up before they do that, just so I'm not messing with a live box over there. So let's get this done. I also ended up buying brand new wire because the wire that I had ended up not being long enough. I couldn't find a single section. The longest section I had was like 90 feet and I needed like 103 feet. So I ended up just buying new stuff, which the plus of this is it's brand new wire. It's actually rated for direct ground contact, being direct burial, I guess. So yeah, I went ahead and bought it. It'll be nice to have that. So, and I also bought my exterior light here. So it's a dawn to dusk light, so automatically come on, and this is gonna go around the front of the garage. All right, we got this all hooked up. 2 wires coming in, go to the breaker, and then we do have a ground hooked up because the wire was there, so why not use it? So this is all done. Like I said, these are the spare wires. They're not hooked up anywhere else. They're open on the top too, so it's not going to hurt anything. And I just didn't want to have to pull them through because the wires coming in up here into this panel are live. So I didn't want to mess with anything in that pipe there. So anyway, let's get the cover back on here and we should be done with this. Now let's get this wire ran. Well, luckily it looks like we're gonna have enough, so that was my one big worry. We'll probably have a little bit of extra too, which is fine. So now we gotta get this side done. We got this all hooked up, got the conduit going down, and then it's just bare wire in here. You can see that, and that goes all the way to the garage. And once we get to the garage, you can see the wire goes back into the conduit here, up the garage, into there. And I got this all connected in here as well. That's all done. I just need to bury the wire now, which what I want to do, and what most people should do when they bury wire like this, is put like 2 feet of dirt on top of it. And then I have some like caution tape, some plastic caution tape. I'm gonna lay in there and then put the last little bit on there. So someday if somebody's digging out here, they should hit that caution tape before they hit the electrical wire. So I need to go find my caution tape and then I'll start burying this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the power turned on soon or not. That's kind of out of my control. But, I mean, pretty much all the electrical is done. I still got to put that outlet in, and I still have to run a wire up for that light that I bought. But other than that, we're done. A lot of work today. But I need to take that trencher back, and I think in the next video we will most likely be working on the doors I have planned for this. So I'm going to try to build some doors at no cost using just what I have already. So should work. We will see. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.